Hey English 102 online students, welcome to week 5 of our course. We'll get started like we do every week with clicking on the course information tab. And there, of course, you'll see your course calendar. And I strongly encourage you to make sure that you're stopping here first several times throughout the week if you need to, just to see reminders of what assignments are due each week, what assignments are coming up. And this is the best place to go to make sure that you're staying on top of the assignments and you know what's going on in the class. Okay, I've already got it open, so we'll review what you worked on last week and what's coming up for week 5. Okay, so last week, you remember you worked on assignments 2.4 and 2.5, and those assignments were one, to learn about the process of peer review in writing. Peer review is a really helpful process, I think, for anything creative that you do, whether it's writing an essay, playing a piece of music, writing a novel, creating a painting, even playing a sport. Other people can always give you feedback on what you're doing well and what you could change. And there's nothing wrong with getting that feedback and, acting on it, or sometimes not even acting on it. You might even discover this week, as you take a look at the peer review comments that you got from your classmates, that you might take some of their advice, and other things you might think, no, I don't think that works for me really. I'm gonna take this advice but not the other one. And that's okay. I mean, it's just meant to give you a new perspective on what you've created. So you learned about that process in assignment 2.4. And then in 2.5, you actually did the review, right? There were a few little technical hiccups here and there. Usually the group wiki pages work out pretty well, but I noticed this time a lot of students had, not a lot, but maybe a small handful of students had some trouble uploading and downloading documents from the wiki pages. My suspicion is that it's because more and more people are using the cloud to save documents, like the SharePoint that you have access to through Lander. And I think when you share those links in those group wiki pages, Blackboard doesn't seem to like them very much. I'm guessing that's the problem. So if you want to be able to upload and download documents from there, you probably have to upload like a hard copy from your computer's own hard drive. I'm guessing that's what the issue is, and I'll include that in our written announcement this week too. In any case, we're going to do peer review just one more time this semester at the end of the course for the final research papers. So I think we got through it pretty well this time though. Okay, so after 11:59 tonight, if you haven't received your peers' comments, you should have access to them. If for some reason you don't see your peers' comments in your group wiki page, just get in touch with me and we'll figure out what the missing piece is. So you'll take that feedback and the feedback that I am still working on. I really want you to see your peers' feedback first, because I think the assumption is that the only feedback that matters is your instructor's feedback. And of course it's important. You want to pay attention to my feedback, but I think it's good to see a non-instructor's feedback too, and to see their perspective before you see the instructor's perspective, to know that there are different ways of looking at a piece of writing, and that your peers' comments are probably going to be somewhat different from mine, and that's fine. They might notice things about your writing that I didn't notice, and vice versa. And you'll take all that, package it together, and come up with the best version of your essay. So that was the goal of the 2 assignments from last week. So now, where are we headed this week? All right, you're going to be working on the final version of your curiosity exploration essay. You should be receiving your feedback on your essay either today or tomorrow. I hope to have them all finished by tomorrow, like in the evening at the latest. So look out for that. In my announcement for this week, I also included some instructions about how to access your Turnitin comments in case you haven't done it before. Many of you may have used Turnitin in English 101, and if you did, then you already know what to do. But if you haven't used it in English 101 and it's a new system for you, then you might want to take a look at those explanations that I sent. The other 2 assignments you'll be working on will be assignments 3.1 and 3.2. And these are about developing expertise. Okay, so what do we mean by that, and why are we moving from curiosity to developing expertise? Okay, So we're going to be going into my classroom, and we will head down to our modules and into Module 3. So we're moving into developing expertise because in the curiosity essays, your goal was really to identify a topic area or something you really care a lot about and you want to learn more about. And now you're going to take that topic. It's probably a pretty broad topic at this point, and that's fine. You're going to take that topic and start to think about, how can I learn more about that topic? How can I develop my knowledge and my expertise in that topic area? Because it's not enough to just want to know more about a topic. You need to think about how you're going to learn more about it. So this week, we're just going to get started with that transition to developing expertise. And those will be in assignments 3.1 and 3.2, due on February 14th. So in assignment 3.1, it's a journal assignment. And so you're going to be reading an article called Complexity and the 10,000 Hour Rule. It's by an author by the name of Malcolm Gladwell. You may or may not have heard of him. So we'll click on this link above so you can see exactly what this looks like. So you have a link to the article to read here. And just go ahead and read the article, and then you'll give some brief answers to the questions that you see here. So this article is really kind of introducing you to the idea of, how much does it take to become an expert in a topic area? Malcolm Gladwell is one of the people that came out with this idea that you need 10,000 hours in any area to become an expert in it. And you might kind of decide if you agree or disagree with him. Do we really need 10,000 hours to become an expert in a topic? Maybe, maybe not. So you'll start to think about that in assignment 3.1, and you'll get some more writing practice. In assignment 3.2, I will have you watch a TED Talk by a public health expert by the name of Alana Shaikh. And it's about COVID-19. So the title is Why COVID-19 is Hitting Us Now and How to Prepare for the Next Outbreak. The talk is from back in March when the pandemic first hit. So some of the information might be a little bit outdated because this has been a fast-moving pandemic. Lots of information has come to the surface. So if she says something that isn't quite true now, it's okay. The goal of watching the TED Talk is really just to see how a speaker can take a topic area, a problem within that topic area, and talk about offering solutions to that problem within that topic. And this is really giving you an introduction to what you are going to be preparing for from now until the end of the semester. You're identifying a topic, a problem area within that topic, and then proposing solutions to that problem. And so the idea of this is to reflect on the talk. It'll make you think about the importance of expertise in problem solving, and it's a good visual example of the final essay you'll be working toward throughout the next few weeks of the course. Then you'll click here on the 3.2 link, and it's another journal entry. So it's going to be asking you some questions about what makes her an expert. It's going to be asking you about specific sections of the TED Talk, kind of like what the thesis of her talk is, how she talks about the problems and solutions. And this is going to give you a preview of what you are going to be working on as we move on from here. Okay, so that sums up all of this week's assignments. You have the final version of your curiosity exploration essay. Look out for my comments and the comments of your peers. Go to the group wiki pages and get all the information you need there to see their comments. And like I said, if you can't access it for some reason, just let me know and we'll work out any technical issues that come up. And you'll be moving on then to looking at this idea of developing expertise. I think I also did forget to show you in Module 2 where you upload the final version of your curiosity essay. Oh, and by the way, before I do that, the extra credit code for this week is CUR, like curiosity, 0207, like February 7th. So make sure that you enter that code if you want to get 1 point of extra credit. Okay, now to show you where to upload the final version of your curiosity essay, all you have to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom of Module 2 and you'll see the Turnitin link to do that. I kept the link over here in the Module 2 folder because you began that assignment in Module 2, so just to keep things all in one location. So you'll submit your final version of your essay here, and then you'll move on to the Module 3 folder to complete the other 2 assignments. Okay, so that's everything for this week. Let me know if you have any questions, problems, or difficulties. Contact me by email. I check it frequently. Make sure you're dropping by virtual office hours if you would like some advice on any part of your essay in progress. I'm absolutely happy to help you with it. And I look forward to seeing all your final versions next week. Until next time.